Hello, my students. Today, inshallah, we are going to start with the first unit. But before starting, قبل ما نبلش, I just want to tell you حابة أحكي لكم إنه هذا الفيديو مقدم من قبل ريليف انترناشونال هيئة الإغاثة الدولية. طبعا هذا مشروع تعليم علاجي ممول من قبل الحكومة الأمريكية. I'm your English teacher. My name is Rahma. Inshallah, I'm going to teach you English for 8th grade, and we are going to start with unit number 1. Okay? So the title of this unit is Starting Out. نقطة البداية أو نقطة الانطلاق. Before starting with the unit نبلش فيها. Let's read the outcomes. عندي هون نتاجات that at the end of the unit بنهاية الوحدة you will be able to رح تكونوا قادرين على number 1 listen to a specialist talking about learning styles. 2 write a personal profile using the present simple tense. Number 3 read an article about traditional handicrafts using the past simple tense. إذن لهلا we are going to talk about two topics: traditional handicrafts and learning styles. Also, you are going to use present simple and past simple. Okay. Number 4 predict the meaning of new vocabulary items. The last one, take part in a debate about traditional crafts and modern art. So let's start. Before starting with this page, let's go back to the previous page. Look at the top of the page, على الصفحة, على الصورة. What do you see? Yes, we have some boys, girls, maybe we can call them what? Students, right? What are they doing? Yes, maybe they are what? Playing. Yes, or they are learning بيتعلموا. But by what? Yes, by working on projects or by playing. Okay, let's move to the next page. Look at the picture at the top. برضه هون عنا صورة. Look at the picture. What do you see? Yes, there are many students. What are they doing? They are studying. Yes. They are learning. By what? Through reading. So maybe they are reading. ممكن بيقرأوا. They're studying. They are reading. إذن some students بعض الطلاب they learn بيتعلموا by what? Reading. Through reading. عبر القراءة. And other students they learn by what? By working on a project, by playing, by drawing. لأن كتير طرق للتعلم. تمام؟ And in this unit we are going to talk about these types of learning or types of learners also. We are going to talk about them. Okay, so before we start, read the questionnaire. And then here we have a questionnaire. You should read this questionnaire استبيان and think about your answers. طبعا this is a questionnaire. يعني we don't have right answers or wrong answers. ما عندنا إجابات صحيحة وخاطئة. Okay, all of the answers are what? Correct عادة. But you should choose the answer that what represents you. تختار الإجابة يلي بتمثلكم كطلاب. Okay. So the title of this questionnaire is Learning Styles. Okay, أنماط التعلم. So let's try to answer this questionnaire in order to know حتى نعرف our own learning style. حتى نعرف نمط تعلمنا. Let's start. 1. When I study, I like to A. Explain the information to someone else. تحبي تشرح مثلا المعلومات لشخص تاني. Use colors or memorize the information by saying, okay, what do you like? For me, I'm going to choose A. Okay, For you, you can say that you like to explain or you like to use colors. يعني choose your own answer. اختار إجابتكم. Let's move to number 2. I like to study in a group. A. B. Alone. C. With one other person using role-playing games. What do you like? For me, I like to study in or alone, let's say. Okay, I like to study alone. You can say تحكوا إنه I like to study in a group. So choose your answer. 3. When I'm spelling لما تتهجي, I say the word, write the word, or see the word. For me, I'm going to choose number B, write the word. Okay. Down to find out if it looks right. إذا بعتمد بدراستي what على writing على الكتابة. 4. I remember information as soon as I create songs, draw a picture about the information, or act out the information. So I'm going to answer B اللي هو draw picture. The last one, I remember words بتذكر الكلمات most when I read them, hear them, or say them. Okay, all of them are correct. Okay, you can say, you can answer, you can choose A, B, or C. For me, by what? By reading them. طبعا hear them, read them, say them. هدول الثلاثة, these three options, they represent the learning styles. Now after answering, بعد ما تجاوبوا, if your answers are mostly, إذا كان معظم إجاباتكم A, so you are what? You are auditory learner. Okay. If your answers are mostly B, so you are visual answers. إذن look at my answers. بالنسبة إلي most of my answers are B. معظمهم B. إذن I am what? A visual learner. متعلم بصري. Okay. If your answers are most of your answers are what? C, so you are kinesthetic learner. إذن هون we have new words. عنا كلمات جديدة. Visual, auditory, kinesthetic. What's the meaning of each one of these words? Let's start talking about them. Let's move to question number 2. There are 3 types of learners. Okay, عنا 3 أنواع من المتعلمين. Number 1, visual. So visual is the first type of learners. 2, auditory. 3, kinesthetic. Read the descriptions. So here we have the 3 types, that أنواع, and under them we have what? Descriptions. عنا وصف لهدول الثلاث أنواع, their characteristics, خصائصهم. Okay, let's start with the first one. Visual learners. Visual learners learn through reading, عبر القراءة. They focus on details, بيركزوا على التفاصيل. Sometimes they find it difficult to listen. They are what? Visual. إذن they depend on what? بيعتمدوا على which sense, على أي حاسة, اللي هي النظر. برافو. So they learn through reading, but not through listening. They find it difficult, بيجدوا صعوبة to listen, okay, to long lectures. 2, auditory learners. Auditory learners means متعلم سمعي. Auditory learners learn through listening. إذن who learns through listening? Auditory what? Learners. Who learn through reading? Visual learner. تمام. Number 2, they learn well when listening. But again, listening to lectures, presentations, music. 3. They like talking and discussing rather than writing. إذا who likes talking and discussing بحبوا الحديث والنقاش. visual البصري. no auditory السمعي. okay. number 3 is kinesthetic learners الحركي. okay. kinesthetic learners learn through doing. then who learns through doing? kinesthetic learners. They are happy when they can practice what they are learning. إذن هنا بفضلوا إنهم يمارسوا يلي تعلموه يطبقوه لهيك متعلم حركي. okay. They like working on projects like the boys at the first picture بأول صورة في الوحدة. The boys what are working on projects. Then they are what maybe kinesthetic learners. okay. They like working on projects, drawing and doing things. Then again, we have 3 types of learners. The first one is what? Visual learner. See it. Then each one of these types كل واحد من هدول الأنواع بيعتمد على الحاسة. okay. So the second one is auditory. Hear it. okay. The third one is kinesthetic اللي هي do it. Now let's continue. For visual learner they learn best قلنا when they see it, read it, write it. For auditory they learn best when they hear it بيعتمد على حاسة السمع. For kinesthetic they learn or they need to have what hands-on experience to perform. بحب إنهم بفضلوا يأدوا يلي بيتعلموا. okay. Now after talking about the learning styles بعد ما حكينا عنهم, let's go to your activity book. Page what? Page number 6. Let's answer the first question. إذن عنا we have a question about what? About also learning styles. تمام. Question number 1 بيقول لك label each picture with the type of learner it represents. So you should look at the pictures. Here we have what? 3 pictures. Look at the first one. What do you see? Yes, there is a boy. What is he doing? He is reading. طب شو قلنا? What did we say? Who learns through reading? Yes, the answer is visual learner. Okay? So, number 1 is visual. Let's continue. Number 2. Look at the second picture. What do you see? Yes, there is a boy. What is he doing? He is listening. Who learns through listening? مين بتعلم عبر الاستماع؟ Auditory learner. Yes. Number 3, he is drawing. So he is kinesthetic learner. So here we have the 3 types of learners: visual, auditory, kinesthetic. This is the first what task. هاي أول مهمة. Let's continue. Let's go back to the question. Match the following characteristics. Characteristics means what? خصائص. Match the following characteristics by or to each type. طبعا we have characteristics عندنا خصائص from A to I. You should read them. So for example, read A. Then match it بنوصلها with what? The correct type of what? Of learner. Let's start. A. Likes working on projects, drawing and doing things. A with, yes, with kinesthetic learner. B. Focuses on details. B with, yes, visual learner, and it's done. C. Likes talking and discussing rather than writing. Who likes talking? Yes, the answer is auditory. D. Learns by doing. Yes, here we are talking about kinesthetic. Learns through reading. Of course, the answer is visual. Learns through listening. استماع. The answer is yes, auditory. Finds it difficult to listen. Okay, so if the characteristic إذا الصفة هي إنه learns through listening إذا إحنا auditory. Find it difficult صعب to listen to long lectures إذا we are talking about visual learner. Okay, متعلم البصري. Is happy when he or she can practice what he or she is learning. Practice ممارسة. We are talking about kinesthetic learner. Learns well when also listening to lectures auditory. Now we have finished answering the first question in your activity book. تمام? Let's move to something else. Go to your pupils book or student book. Teen questionnaire. Teen questionnaire means what? Questionnaire, we said it means استبيان. Now look at this picture. What do you see? What do you see? Yes, there is a boy. His name is Hamza. So let's read the question together. At the top here we have a question. Let's read the question. Hamza is 14. So how old is Hamza? He is 14 years old. He lives in Bahrain. So look at Hamza again. What is he wearing? Yeah, توب and كوفية. Bravo. He is wearing what? A توب and كوفية. هلأ شو بده السؤال؟ Complete this questionnaire with the correct forms of the verbs and brackets. So, you are going to listen, okay? And while listening, you should try to answer. You should try to fill in the blanks. اسمع, then answer. بعد هيك املأوا الفراغ بالإجابة الصحيحة. Let's start listening.
Module 1, page 6, exercise 2. Teen questionnaire.
What do you do every day?
In the morning, I go to school, of course. In the afternoon, I do my homework. Then, sometimes I visit my friends, or sometimes they visit me.
What do you do at weekends?
Well, it depends. My family and I usually visit my grandmother, or she visits us. But I frequently play football with my friends. Sometimes we go to the theatre.
What do you and your friends talk about?
School, teachers, football, and parents' jobs.
What are your favourite school subjects?
English, mathematics, and computer studies.
How many brothers and sisters have you got?
I've got 2 brothers and 3 sisters.
What are you wearing today?
A tobe and a kafir.
How are you feeling?
I'm happy. I'm doing well at school.
What or who do you care about?
I care about my family, of course.
What do you worry about?
I worry about our environment. We are not doing enough to save our planet.
So now you are going to listen again. رح تسمعوا مرة تانية. And check your answers, okay?
Exercise 2. Teen questionnaire.
What do you do every day?
In the morning, I go to school, of course. In the afternoon, I do my homework. Then, sometimes I visit my friends, or sometimes they visit me.
What do you do at weekends?
Well, it depends. My family and I usually visit my grandmother, or she visits us. But I frequently play football with my friends. Sometimes we go to the theatre.
What do you and your friends talk about?
School, teachers, football, and parents' jobs.
What are your favourite school subjects?
English, mathematics, and computer studies.
How many brothers and sisters have you got?
I've got 2 brothers and 3 sisters.
What are you wearing today?
A tobe and a keffiyeh.
How are you feeling?
I'm happy. I'm doing well at school.
What or who do you care about?
I care about my family, of course.
What do you worry about?
I worry about our environment. We are not doing enough to save our planet.
So after answering this question بعد ما أجابناه let's go back to the first question الأول سؤال. For example, look at the question. What do you do every day? Okay, what do you do every day? Here, where is the keyword? Yes, the keyword here is every day, and it is a keyword for which tense لأي زمن؟ Present simple. طبعا this tense that we are going to talk about next class إن شاء الله الحصة القادمة we are going to talk about it رح نحكي عنه مطولا. Okay, so look at the question. What do you do? Okay, what do you do every day? Let's look at the answer. In the morning I go to school is an I go. I do my homework. I visit my friends. Then they visit me. Look at these verbs. I go, I do, then go, do, visit. All of these verbs also are what? Present simple. كلهم مضارع. Okay? طبعا in this question the speaker is answering about what maybe he's talking about his routine, let's say. صح؟ and look at the question, what do you do every day? ماذا تفعل كل يوم؟ إذن here he is asking about what do you do يعني about your habits عاداتك المتكررة or your routine روتينك اليومي. He is asking about the things that you do every day regularly بشكل منتظم بشكل متكرر. إذن if you want to talk about something that you do regularly, okay, بشكل منتظم بشكل متكرر, you should use which tense أي زمن? You should use the present simple. هذا أول استخدام للمضارع البسيط. And you can continue reading the other questions. Now we have finished. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed. بتمنى تكونوا استمتعتوا. Goodbye.